Hey guys, welcome back to another Mythic Legions review. Today we're looking at Arethyr from the Arethyr wave. On the back of the package we have the artwork for the Arethyr wave along with some lore on Mythic Legions. On the side we have a picture of Arethyr along with a small piece of lore about him. Four Horsemen figures all come in collector friendly packaging. Everything slides out without having to cut anything, and package in layers so you can store everything away neatly. Arethyr is a god and one of the Four Horsemen of Apocalypse. Many ages ago he was banished for all eternity, and evil had lost a war in the lands of Mythos. In the present day, the memories of the battles have faded and evil has slowly crept back into power. Many races and monsters have formed the Legion of Arethyr and are trying to force the return of their master. With the summoning ritual complete, Arethyr was able to break through the barriers between worlds and once again return to Mythos ready to lay waste to all creatures. Let's look at the detail. We can see the demonic face armor covering most of the face. Fangs and spikes are sculpted into the helmet, giving it an appearance of a mouth. We have two large horns sticking out of his forehead and layers of black bone. Underneath the helmet we have Arethyr's face. Large bright yellow eyes contrast with his red skin with an unusual shaped nose. On the side of the head we can see the long ears pierced with a large plug. We have a burning fire on the top of the head. Slightly transparent, we can see the colors shifting from red to yellow. On the chest we have the 1.0 body painted in a fade of yellow to red. We have two belts pre-installed in a cross pattern across the chest. On the back we can see the large sockets have been mostly covered up by the belts. We will be using every socket on the back later on in the review. The shoulder uses the knight armor layered in dark black plates. We continue down to the orcish style gauntlets. Small cuts and dents in the sculpting along with a light dry brush of silver paint to show off some of the details. The belt has a large demonic face as the buckle, decorated with golden eyes and a small silver stud. Underneath the large buckle we have large plates of metal hanging over each other, detailed with small scratches all over it. On the side of the belt we have large straps of brown leather with studs at the end. On the back we have shorter strips of leather covering the backside. Underneath the belt we can see the muscular thighs with more of that yellow fading to red paint job. We have orcish style armor covering up the legs, detailed with small dents and scratches giving it a worn out look. We wrap up the details with the orcish style boots, sculpted in layers of spikes, scratches and dents. Let's check out the articulation. We have a ball jointed head, shoulders that open and rotate, elbows that bend in and out and rotate, a forearm that rotates, wrists that bend up and down and rotate, a ball jointed waist, legs that open and bend forward and back, rotating thighs, knees that bend back and rotate, feet that bend up and down and rotate at the ankle and foot. Let's take a look at the accessories. We get a pair of demonic wings that match the color of Arethyr himself. We have nice details like the veins and small tears in the skin. The back has a nice cracked leather look to it. The wings can rotate to stretch them outwards. And we have a small rotating peg at the base of the wing. We get a pair of adapters for the wing, but we will only be using the 2.0 version. To install the wings, you just peg the base of the wing into the 2.0 style adapter. After both wings are plugged in, you can then install it easily into the back of the figure. The wings increase the size of the figure and makes the figure extremely top heavy. As shown earlier in the review, the face mask is removable by popping out the two small pegs by the ears. We get a pair of very large shoulder armor in a similar design to the belt with golden eyes. The sculpting is extremely detailed with teeth, spikes, and wrinkles everywhere in the sculpt. The shoulders install into the figure by pegging it into the upper sockets on the shoulder. We get the Aetherblade sword in a dark steel color with a black handle. It comes with a transparent fiery effect to use along the Aetherblade. The fire effect slides onto the sword, tightly fitting into place. And lastly, we get the two large size belts made to fit the 1.0 bodies. Arethyr is one amazing figure. He's the end result of what Four Horsemen can pull off with the modular system they use for these figures. For me, Arethyr is a start of Four Horsemen transitioning into more unique and new parts for their figures. While the base body is still the same, but all the new parts breathe new life into the toy line and keep things fresh after all these years. The wings, large shoulder armor, and even larger sword make the figure extremely top heavy. It's definitely a balancing act, but it pays off with its large appearance and exciting profile. The sword fire effect is new to Mythic Legions, and I hope Four Horsemen will start looking into more weapon effects into the future. The effect is really well done and fits the sword perfectly. Hopefully we can continue to see these effects used for spells and other impacts. Arethyr is a must-have for any Mythic Legions collector. Being one of the Four Horsemen, a god in the Mythos universe, and the commander of his demon army, he is a vital piece in anyone's collection. This is some of Four Horsemen's best work yet, and people will be looking for this figure for a long time. Overall, he's a great figure. My only gripe is how top-heavy he is from the wings and the armor, but well worth it for the amazing detail and look of this figure. Definitely try to pick one up now before it's too late. Alright guys, that's it for this review. More reviews are coming up soon, so check out my other videos while you wait.